Eurogrip tires by TVS, not just any grip, Eurogrip.
On our Eurogrip Tires presents All About the Grip. There is Steve Smith, bat in hand, all set to take us through one of the, shall I say, tougher shots to play in the modern game. Inside out, Steve, over the offside, but inside out over cover has been played for a long time. Suddenly, batters like yourself, Surya Kumar Yadav, have found ways to just find gaps in the offside by playing it even finer. So that's a shot I want you to take me through. What goes into playing it?
Yeah, I think we've seen in the modern game the wide Yorker being bowled quite regularly. So it's a ball, it's probably a little bit too wide. That'll be a wide, I reckon. I'll be challenging that.
I'm following the batter.
Yeah. Fair enough. No, it's a ball that's getting bowled quite regularly. So quite a defensive ball to either, at the death or try to get out of the over or something like that. So, I think players are trying to develop boundaries to that ball. So for me, it's one that I worked on quite a bit. We see bowlers going pace on a lot out there and not changing the pace up, so you can almost use that pace and try and hit it up and over. And I think probably the best one I've played was in a CPL game, I think, off Andre Russell. I hit him probably 10 rows back over backward point, and he kind of missed his Yorker. It was a little bit shorter. It's probably tough to play from that length there, but if you do miss that Yorker and get it on a decent length, I think the key is to get your hands almost out in front. You don't want to play it too late. If you're playing it really late out here, it's actually difficult to kind of get the power you want. So for me, I have quite a closed grip.
Yeah, let's focus on that. The grip is important of yours. So
compared to a lot of players, I think I've got quite a closed grip. I think you see a lot of players these days, particularly in the short formats, have really, really open grips. So I find if I'm too open with this shot, it's actually quite hard for me to get out and get into the position to use my wrists and get the power that I need to get it up and over there. So for me, I'm a little bit more closed. So I'm probably both V's almost straight down the middle of the bat. You see a lot of guys probably around, that sort of angle, really open. Which probably helps them with a bit more power through the leg side. But for this particular shot, it's probably not as easy. So for me, a little bit more closed. And then I try and get my weight almost going backwards with my head, which is probably not traditional either. And then it's getting my hands out in front and enabling me to sort of meet the ball and get it on the uprise and try to get it up and over. So from there, it's back and get my weight back so I can let the ball come from there and get it up and over backward point. I think Surya Kumar Yadav plays it quite nicely as well. He meets the ball out in front and sort of gets it up and over there. And it's a really good shot for guys that are bowling a lot of on-pace stuff and wide. It makes them do something different. Again, you quite often see that field with it's sort of postage stamped that they're going to do it. They've got the deep point in front and the deep point behind. So if you're good enough to get it up and over those guys on wickets that probably have a little bit more pace in it, it's probably difficult. It's a difficult shot to play if it's a really slow wicket or a bit too paced. But if you know the pace of the wicket, it's a good one, and you're able to get in the position to get enough elevation and up and over. It's one that you can hit for six, and the wide Yorker traditionally is a difficult ball to hit for six. So, if it's not quite executed and it's not quite there, you can still get up and over it by doing it the way I suppose I've said I have there. And it's a shot that I've played all right over the years. It's one, a lot of bowlers try and take it away from me. So, I worked really hard on that shot to try and get it right. And it's a nice way to make the bowlers do something different.
Would you classify it as one of the tougher shots or the toughest shots? Not all batters can play it. There's a lot of batters who like to go down the ground or go across because of power. Not everyone can have the wrists to play that shot.
Yeah, like I said, it's hard, I think, when you've got a really open face to sort of get the right timing out in front, to get the execution, to get it up and over. I think they're probably more inclined to let the ball come and slice it away off on the deck. So I think it'll be difficult to hit a six there, but those players might be able to hit a six up and over cover, I suppose, with that kind of grip, or different areas of the ground. But particularly for the wide Yorker, I think if they miss, they're probably more inclined to go straighter. So, everyone's different the way they do it. That's just the way I like to go, particularly with the balls that are pace on. I've still got the option to go there if the field's right and everything's right, but it's also just another gap or somewhere else that, you know, if the ball's not in the perfect position to go over cover, I can access that part of the ground as well.
Man, you, Surya Kumar Yadav, you guys are just crazy geniuses, aren't you? Well done. Steve, thanks so much for that. Pleasure getting your thoughts on that inside-out shot over point. So difficult, and yet you heard it from the master. This was another edition of our Eurogrip Tyres presents All About the Grip.
Eurogrip tires by TVS. Not just any grip, Eurogrip.